Be careful on the road.
Good morning, Inspector Eddie. So glad you could finally make it.
Yeah, definitely. Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
Yeah, as usual. I just want to convey my sentiments to the people and want to say good morning to persons out there internationally, locally, and regionally. I just want to hit a few points today without further ado. I want to hit on the drivers under influence of liquor, drugs, and this comes from the Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, Chapter 15.06. And it states in Section 40, subsection 1, any person who, when driving or attempting to drive, when in charge of a motor vehicle on a road is under the influence of drink or drugs to such an extent as to be incapable of having proper control of the vehicle shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding 4,000 or to imprisonment with or without hard labor for a term not exceeding 4 months. And in the case of a second subsequent conviction, either to a fine not exceeding $8,000 to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year, to both such fine and imprisonment. Over the last month, that is in April, we had at least with all this curfew shut down and so fortnight curfews, and the 24 hours we had 26 accidents.
26?
Yeah, you understand? So can you imagine if the place was fully, open, understand? Because normally we have like 100 and something in a month. Yeah, and it is in Basti alone. Yeah, this is without the curfew. But that's from stats that we have. But for last month, it was about 26 accidents. All right, for this month, I'll see how many accidents we may have. I hope none. But I'm just saying, persons who, you have some people, as you get an open day, like today, some of them gone gallivanting. You understand me? And then they're still in charge of a vehicle, driving or attempting to drive a vehicle. Yeah, when in charge. So, it's a serious offense. I just want to know. Tell the general public it's $4,000, and $4,000 imprisonment with hard labor not exceeding 4 months. And if it has a subsequent conviction, definitely it is doubled. So it's 8,000 or 8 months imprisonment, or both. You can be fined and confined. You understand? So that is serious. And I want to touch on something else, mobile phones. You can see a number of persons using the mobile phone. Sometimes, you may get, an urgent call or something. But there are ways in order to do this stuff, There are ways to combat this. You pull off or something. Yeah. I tell you, You pull
Or
off.
just let it ring, and then whenever you get a chance to answer it safely, you do so.
Definitely. So I just wanted to read from Regulation 64, Subregulation 1. And this comes from the same chapter 15.06, Vehicle and Road Traffic Act. And it states a person shall not drive a motor vehicle whilst using a mobile phone unless that person has complied with such condition as may be prescribed by the minister. 2. A person who contravenes the provisions of subsection 1 commits an offense and shall be liable as follows: to be fined $250 in the case of the first offense. B. To be fined $500 in the case of a second offense. C. Where a person is convicted of 3 or more violations of this subsection within a 3-year period, the court may order a suspension of the person's driver's license for a period of 6 months. So I just want to convey again to the general public, your mobile phone ring, use the right time to answer your mobile phone. Understand?
And speaking of phones and calling, getting calls, Our lines are open. Yes, it's a shortened version.
This is time now to take the lines. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
So those who would like to call in, please give us a call, 466-0989, 662 or 762-0989. And we are getting our first call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hello. Good morning, Carrie.
Morning.
Happy belated Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
And good morning, my boss.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Happy belated Father's Day when you come.
Yeah, grateful, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I have two things to say. One thing in the law that needs correcting.
Yes.
When people go to prison, there is nothing named hard labor. So that one there needs to come out.
Yes.
And let me tell a good friend of mine who is very, who advocates a lot for the noise pollution, Mr. Christopher down Market Street. I know he's listening. And the next thing, this thing here with the cell phone business, a lot of policemen just see people on the road with the cell phone, and they do nothing. So that Miss Rose law needs to be enforced. That is Miss Rose law enforcement. That part needs to be, and then the major one now, which me and Mr. Christopher and others are very concerned about. These motorcycle, I don't mean my good friend Ian Kelsey, because you only will know Ian on the motorbike when you see him pass. And he been riding motorcycle long before a lot of these ignorant riders who deliberately take out the silencer out of their muffler just to make noise to annoy people. Noise pollution is still on the books. And I wish that all police who see these things are happening, they would do something about it, because when they go to training school, they didn't train them and tell them, well, you come to be a police just to pick up child support, or this one you're going to be a police just to take up some other offense. A police is a police 24/7 or 25/8. And when a citizen, a civilian, see somebody breaking the law, and you draw a police attention, the police ain't supposed to tell you, go to the police station or go to the police station. He or she supposed to do something about it right away. Well, I know a man like you are, what you call it, a law enforcement officer, and you have been getting things done, and you still will get things done because of the person you are and the interest that you have in your work. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your
Thank you
call.
very much.
All right. Again, if you'd like to call in, 466-0989, 662 or 762-0989. Those are the numbers to call. Like I said, it's a shortened edition for today. I know Inspector Eddie has a lot of work to go do when he's finished here, and we're grateful for him coming in today. We have a call. Hi, good morning, caller. You on the air?
Yes, good morning. Good
Morning.
morning, Sharon. Good morning, Inspector.
Yeah, good morning,
It's
sir.
Danny here.
How are you? I was to call you this morning.
I'm not too bad.
Yes.
Just to touch on something I heard in a briefing the other day, right? And I said, I don't think that, the people that were in the briefing, they went back on the radio and said that those places was open. He had, Inspector Keynes was saying that people are showing up to inland revenue without the inspection paper. Well, it had to be a reason why they were showing up without the inspection paper at first. But I don't think nobody did come back on the radio to say that they placed them to inspect the vehicle them open. So I would like for you to touch on that, and enjoy the rest of y'all day, everybody out there. Happy belated Mother's Day to one and all.
All right. Thanks, Granny.
Yeah, same to you. But one thing about me, when you say I'm not privy to certain things, I haven't seen a document properly signed and sealed. I don't like to touch on those stuff. You understand me? I have to have the facts before me, before I can present. So in this case, I wouldn't be able to present on that until I see some sort of documentation.
Okay. With the Federation being on lockdown, I know you had mentioned that before about the accidents that we've had already for the month of April.
Yes.
is there going to be, or has there been any review of any of the traffic plans? And if so, what changes are likely to be made, if any?
Yeah. As you notice that nothing in the regulation in your SRO, because last week, you could say, prior, we had the SRO, COVID-19 number 6, as we had number 6, number 15 of 2020, and nothing has changed. So basically, we are still sticking with the plan since the plan is working. They say if it is not broken, it doesn't make sense to fix. So definitely, I think things are been working. When it comes to the police, there will always be anomalies, and when we see people break curfew and people break the law, the police has to do what it has to do. You understand? So nothing is broken, so nothing there to be fixed.
All right. We're getting another phone call. Hey, good morning, caller. You on the air?
Hey, I just make a mistake. Not Inspector Keynes, Inspector Cromwell. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, he's superintendent.
Yeah, Inspector Cromwell said something in the briefing about people coming to Inland Revenue without the inspection paper. And I know they open now, because mine, my last number is a 5, so I'm not going to deal with mine. But I don't think the inspector them, they come on and they ready to say that the places them open.
Okay.
So my bad. I mean, Inspector Cromwell, not Keynes.
Superintendent Cromwell. Sorry.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
No, we don't have any more calls at the moment.
Yeah, so definitely. So as the days go along, well, we're on Monday. We have limited day operation. That is today. Night curfew tonight. Tuesday 12th, that is tomorrow. Limited day operation, just like today. Midnight curfew. Wednesday, same thing for Wednesday. The same thing for Thursday, limited day operation with night curfew. On the 15th, we have limited, the same thing Friday. Saturday, 24 curfew. So 24 the lockdown. Sunday, 24 lockdown. And just like this week, that is Monday the 18th, limited day operation just like today. Tuesday, just like today, with night curfew. Everything coming night curfew. Friday, limited the operation. Friday, night curfew, same thing. Until when the minister make his address again.
Okay, we don't have any more phone calls. Please note that we only have about another 3 minutes, so if you'd like to get a question in or to point something out to Inspector Eddie, please feel free to call in 466-0989, 662 or 762-0989. Inspector Eddie, okay, so we've had the accidents during the lockdown. Are there any other infractions that you find that are happening since we've been on the lockdown in terms of traffic?
Well, when it comes to, you got traffic could be pedestrians also. You see a number of persons actually, some people on the road, without proper reason, no proper rationale for being on the road. And, I just want to convey to the general public when you hear, a lockdown, you should adhere to it unless otherwise, the otherwise exceptions that you get permission, from the authority, to do so. So I just want to convey to the general public to adhere to the rules and regulations, of the SRO 16 of 2020.
No more calls at the moment. I think we have like a minute left. So
Well,
I'm gonna ask.
definitely want to again, advise to the general public, according to the SRO 2020, I want to appeal to them to adhere to it and also to drive carefully on the road. Like today, you had a lockdown Friday. Friday.
Sorry, hold that thought. We have another call. Let's just take this final one. Hi, good morning, caller, on the air.
Yeah, Inspector Eddie.
Yes,
week
sir.
before, I heard Mr. Cromwell said that last week was the week to start enforcing the law and not advising them anymore.
Yes.
Because they've been getting advice since January.
Yes.
And anybody you see out there on the road breaking the traffic laws and rules, they are deliberate. And I don't think no warning should be given to such persons.
Yes.
For instance, passengers jump in a bus. Every passenger have on the mask. And the driver don't have on none. and one of them asking, where you mask? He said that thing goes to he. No, if a police catch you, do you think he need any warning? No.
No, definitely not.
It's one place to warn him, and that is down Mr. Limo house. They feel it in his skin.
Yes.
Because you got to lead from in front and lead by example. And if he carrying people and he want passengers come in the bus with masks, well, he lead by example. Put on your mask.
Definitely.
Don't be ignorant and say that thing goes to he. Well, who he be? Who he be, God? It's only God they have to comply with earthly laws. Because he got the laws. So are you stop warning them, stop telling them that you've been taking a part with them now. And please desist from doing that. Not talk no more. Some of them. Thank you, my boss.
Yeah, good, thanks.
All right.
Yeah, as I say, you should adhere to the SRO, the statutory rules and others. And I want to say, and just to correct this caller, the last caller, that definitely, even though, we're actually not appealing, but, you're conveying to the public to do the right thing. Yeah, definitely, we are enforcing the law on a number of persons that's being arrested and so forth. But still, you have to use discretion when it comes to, persons being on the road and certain other stuff. But I read from section 15 quickly. We're in mass outdoors, and it say again, notwithstanding the provisions of the Small Charges Act 4.36, a person shall wear a face mask covering their nose and mouth within a public place once a period of emergency is declared, and this is in relation to COVID-19. Some people may have asthma. I don't want to talk too much about that, but some people, may have some sort of a medical condition. So it's based on certain things, So
for example, if somebody does suffer from asthma, do they have to then show the officer something if for whatever reason they had to take the mask off, or they're not wearing it?
They might get a prescription. They might
Okay.
get something
So if they have a
to
prescription
show.
on them, or if they have their inhaler.
Even if they could bring it back and it's just something. You understand me? But,
Okay.
definitely the police still has the discretion. I believe in using the discretionary measures. But a number of, persons quite arrogant, and just feel like they could actually. You got one-way street, you should come down only. But some people want to show themselves by going up. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And in that way, police wouldn't be taking any chance with any persons who so deliberate. You understand me? All right?
All right.
Okay, so I just want to say thanks for being here, Sharon.
Yes, to you
thanks
too. I know you're very, very busy today, and thank you for showing up and sharing with us.
Thanks for having me on behalf of the Royal St. Christopher and Evis Police Force. I want to convey thanks and gratitude to be here.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Definitely.
Drivers.